Speech on freedom fighters. Good morning, everyone. Wishing everyone a happy Republic Day. On this occasion of 71st Republic Day, I will give a short speech on our freedom fighters. We are in the 21st century, and today we have the freedom to speak and walk without any restrictions or rules. We feel pleased by the thought of freedom that we experience. Some of us may wonder what was the role of freedom fighters in attaining freedom. Let me tell you, we can't even imagine what freedom feels like without them. This feeling of contentment is the result of the sacrifices done by our freedom fighters while freeing our country from British rule. Freedom fighters were the people who selflessly laid down their lives for the freedom of our country. Some freedom fighters chose the path of non-violence and truth, while others chose the path of violence to end the foreign rule. They are considered as a symbol of patriotism and bravery. Every freedom fighter has contributed to one or the other way to bring an end to British dominance and slavery. On this special day, let us remember our heroes and what important role they played in the fight for independence. One cannot affirm the importance of freedom fighters. Eventually, they are the one because of whom we are liberated from any oppression. Whether their contribution was big or small, they are important today as they were in those times. They stood against the Britishers so that their country and people could experience the joy of freedom. Moreover, many of the freedom fighters went on a war against the English. Though not trained, their only motive was to make their country free. So many freedom fighters even laid down their lives in the War of Independence. Freedom fighters triggered and motivated other people to fight for the liberation of the country. They made people aware of their rights and privileges. These freedom fighters are the strong pillars of the freedom movement. It is because of these freedom fighters we are free from any injustice. Today, on the occasion of this auspicious day, I will discuss some freedom fighters in India. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. We all are aware of his famous line, "Give me blood, I will give you freedom." Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was the founder of the Indian National Army. He trained many soldiers to fight against the British Army. Mohandas Karam Chand Gandhi. Popularly known as the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi chose the way of non-violence and truth. He was the leader of the historic Dandi March that broke the Salt Law and Quit India movement. Chandrasekhar Azad. Chandrasekhar Azad inspired many youths of his age to participate in the freedom movement. A rebel by birth, he went on a heroic battle against the British. He devoted his life to achieving freedom for his country. Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Gopal Krishna Gokhale was the senior leader of the Indian National Congress. A leader of political and social reforms, he was one of the founders of the Indian independence movement. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad was a well-known journalist. He was under the house arrest of the British. Despite being imprisoned, he continued to write against the atrocities of the British. Ending my speech with a few final words. It is because of all these people and many unsung heroes we can live in a free country. But unfortunately, the efforts of these people are forgotten. We must come together and not let communal hatred divide us. Our unity will be the best tribute to them. Because in the end, this was the purpose of their sacrifices. Indian freedom fighters, Indian leaders. Today, as we freely move around in our country without anyone questioning or imposing any kinds of restrictions on us, we feel satisfied and contented. But this satisfaction is due to the efforts taken by our freedom fighters to free our country from the British rule. It's because of our freedom fighters that today we are enjoying a freedom. Their satyagrahas, sacrifices, and tortures have resulted in the freedom that we enjoy today in our motherland India. Here is the list of 10 famous freedom fighters in India. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi 1869–1948. Subhash Chandra Bose 1897–1945. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru 1889–1964. Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, and Sukhdev 1907, 1908, 1907, 1931. Chandrasekhar Azad 1906–1931. Tilkamanji 1750–1785. Sarat Chandra Bose 1889–1950. Shankar Dayal Sharma 1918–1999. Ram Prasad Bismal 1897–1927. Mangal Pandey 1827–1857. Jawaharlal Nehru is one of the most important people in the list of Indian freedom fighters. After independence, Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of Free India. He was also the author of the famous book, Panchshila. Nehru was extremely fond of children. They simply loved and adored him. With his death, India lost a peerless leader of outstanding merits, rare gifts and great qualities of head and heart. Mahatma Gandhi, the leader of all Indian leaders, was born at Porbandar in Gujarat on the 2nd of October. He gave the people the weapon of non-violent struggle to fight injustice. He won freedom for India on the 15th of August 1947. He died on the 30th of January 1948. He is rightly known as the father of the nation. His full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His father was a Dewan of a princely state and his mother, a God-fearing pious lady. Gandhiji is respected all over the world today. He shall never be forgotten. Another famous Indian freedom fighter is Bal Gangadhar Tilik, Lokman Tilik, who was born in Ratnagiri, a port in Maharashtra. His father was a teacher and a scholar. He was a brave boy and always fought for freedom, Swarajya and self-rule. He also started 2 newspapers, Maratha and Kesari, due to which he was sent into prison. He wanted to spread the message of Swarajya through his newspaper. He said, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it." He died on the 1st of August. People loved him and accepted him as their leaders, and so he was called Lokman Tilik. Who could forget Acharya Vinoba Bhave when reminded of freedom fighters? He was born on the 11th of September 1895 in Raigad district. His mother's name was Rukmini and his father's name was Narari Bhave. He knew 22 languages. He died on the 15th of November at the age of 87. That was a great loss to the nation.